So hi guys, welcome again to Derive. So andito tayo ngayon sa third question for the topic of pressure still under the subject of thermodynamics. So the question is, a vertical composite fluid column whose upper end is open to the atmosphere is composed of 18-inch wait lang. Ayan. Is composed of 18-inch of mercury, specific gravity of 13.45, 26 inches of water, and 32 inches of oil with specific gravity of 0.825. So determine the pressure daw at the base of the column, at the oil-water interface, and lastly, at the water-mercury interface. The specific gravities are relative to 62.4 pounds per cubic feet water. Okay. So, ayan. Drawing muna natin uli. That pala, kinapi-paste ko na kanina yung drawing dito, no? Pero mas mainam na rin, ma-explain natin. So, there's a box here or a composite fluid column. Ibig sabihin ng composite, of course, it is one more than fluid column whose upper end is open to the atmosphere. So, ibig sabihin, ito, open to the atmosphere. Sabihin natin ito ay air. Ang sabi, 18 inches of mercury. So, guys, the trick here is that hindi ito kung ano yung unang sinabi sa question, yun na yung lalagay mong drawing. The trick here or the technique here is look for the highest specific gravity na given na fluid at yun yung nasa ilalim. At kung ano naman yung lowest, yun yung nasa ibabaw. Di ba kagaya ng pag pinaghalo mo yung tubig, pati na rin yung mantika, nangingibabaw yung mantika because it has a lower specific gravity. And we're going to see here, so the SG that is highest is the mercury, which is 13.45. So ang sabi, ang height niya is 18 inches. So that was 18 inches. Ayan, 18 inches. So ang sabi, ang SG daw ni mercury is 13.45. So lagay natin dito ay mercury, 18 inches. Siyempre, ang susunod, hindi yung oil. Ang susunod ng pinakamataas na SG is may given tayong water, which is height of 26 inches. So medyo mas malaki konti. So that was 26 inches. So ang SG ng water, we all know that is 1.0. So that was H2O. And lastly, burin mo natin itong air. So, syempre, ang pinaka-last is yung oil because siya ang may lowest na SG. So, ang height ni oil is 32 inches. So, that was greater than 26. So, pwede na siguro itong box na to. So, that was 32 inches. So, ang SG niya is 13. Uy, magpas agad. Di pa tapos. Ang late ko kasi magsulat. No? Ang SG daw ni oil is 0.825. So, ito daw si oil. Ayan. So, ibig sabihin, yung natitirang space dun sa column, ito ay open na. So, it is air. Okay. So, simulan natin. Determine daw the pressure for the letter A at the base of the column. So, ang base ay ito. Sabihin natin point A siya. Ayan. So, para lang may pangalan. So, sabi, determine the pressure at the base of the column. Okay. So, ibig sabihin, para na mahanap natin si pressure A, of course, it is equivalent for the pressure ng air. Siyempre, kung ano yung pressure sa bottom, yun yung summation ng pressure dun sa loob. No? Kasi yan yung nagbibigay ng pressure sa baba. Kumbaga, yung mga puwersa ng each fluid, yun yung nagko-compromise dun sa, or nag-distribute dun sa bottom. So, the pressure at A is the summation of the pressure of the fluid. So, syempre, kasama natin yung air. So, that was pressure ng air plus pressure ng oil plus pressure ng water plus pressure ng mercury. So, how are we going to solve for the pressure of A? And syempre, may given tayong mga height which is in inches. We all know that pressure is equivalent to specific gravity times height. A specific weight times height. But the given dun sa question is only specific gravity, not specific weight. We all know that the specific weight is equivalent to density times gravity. And at the same time, we all know that the specific gravity is equal to the ratio of the density of fluid na given, sabihin na nating fluid, divided by density ng water, which is yan lagi yung basis natin. So, sabihin natin SGF or SG ng fluid. So, kung bawa may mercury, tinatanong yung specific gravity ng mercury. So, just divide, no, or just put the ratio of density of the mercury divided by the density of the water. Okay, so how are we going to do this? Teka. So, may SG tayong given dito. Ayan, so habang ang sabi, pressure is equal to specific gravity times height, and specific gravity is equal to, or specific weight, ayan, specific weight, tayo malito, specific weight is equal to density times gravity. So, ibig sabihin, density is equal to specific weight divided by gravity. Kung ratio ng density itong SG, so para makuha naman natin yung specific weight ng given na fluid, so that is also equivalent to specific weight ng fluid, sabihin natin F na lang, divided by specific ng water. So, pwede natin sabihin W na lang. No. So, palitan natin to ng weight. Palitan natin to ng weight. Specific weight. Ayan. Kasi makancel na yung gravity. So, SG also ng fluid is equal to the ratio of its specific gravity. So, ibig sabihin, specific gravity or specific weight ng given na fluid is equal to given na specific gravity niya times specific weight ng water. And we all know that the specific weight of water is 9.81 kilonewton per cubic meter. Basta ang given ay basta ang problem is on metric. Pero kapag English, pwede nyo na siyang irekta as 62.4 pounds per cubic feet. So, alisin ko lang dito siya para hindi makaabala sa ibang susulat mamaya. So, that was 62.4 pounds per cubic feet as stated on the problem. So, sabi, the specific gravities are relative to 62.4 pounds per cubic feet of water. So, yun yung binabanggit dyan. Kaya siya nandun sa note. So, ibig sabihin, we may proceed on this, no? Kasi kailangan in order mamaya yung transition natin ng unit analysis here. So, ayan. So, pressure at the bottom is equal to the pressure or the sum of the pressure of the fluids plus the pressure of the air. Okay, so we all know nung pressure ng air or the pressure ng atmospheric is 14.7 psi. So we will use the psi because the given height is in inches. So that was pounds per square inch. Plus, so sulat ko muna dito yung pressure ng air. So ang pressure ng air, ng oil rather, so PO na lang, PO, is equal to gamma H, gamma ng water, ay gamma ng oil times height ng oil. So, ibig sabihin, way back here, specific weight is equal to SG ng oil times specific weight ng water, of course, kasi yan yung basis, times HO. Ang HO natin is 32 inches. So, kailangan kong ihiwalay dito for us to see the unit analysis para mamaya gagayahin na lang natin dito at hindi makakain ng space. So, ang SG ng oil, ang given is 0.825 times density ng water or specific weight ng water. So, that was 62.4 pounds per cubic feet times nung height, which is 32 inches. Okay. Ayan. Kaso, medyo bulbul ang unit kasi may feet ka dito, may inches ka dito. But, the thing is, inuna natin yung air, which is pounds per square inch. Meaning, kailangan mapalabas natin to na pounds per square inch since may pounds ka na dito. So, ibig sabihin, we may say that in every 1 square foot, there is 144 square inch. Ayan. So, ibig sabihin, pwede nang cancel ito. Tama ba? So, pwede nang cancel si cubic feet and sa square feet. So, may matitirang isa pang feet. So, ayan. May square inch ka dito. May pounds per square inch ka na. Ibig sabihin, meron ka ng unit dito. Ang problema, meron pa tayong inches dito natira at meron pang feet. So, pwede nating sabihin na 1 feet, in every 1 feet, there is 12 inch. So, ibig sabihin, pwede rin nating i-cancel na itong si feet dito at si feet dito at inches dito, inches dito. So, may matitira tayong square inch dito sa ilalim. So, that will become pounds per square inch. So, ibig sabihin, pwede nating ilagay na dito. That was 0.825 times 62.4 times 32 times 1/144 times 12. So, we may say that is 1728. So, another approach dito para walang malito is that burahin natin. Bura. Balikan natin. So, balikan lang natin saglit. So, that was 62.4 pounds per cubic feet times inch. So, pwede natin siyang irekta na 1 cubic feet is equal to 1728 cubic inches. So, 1728 is equal to 12 cube yan. So, 12 times 12, 144 times 12. So, that was 1728. So, pwede natin cancel si cubic feet and si inches. Here, magkatitira ng dalawa. So, the final unit is in pounds per square inch, which is equal also to 14.7 psi or 14.7 pounds per square inch is equal also or equivalent also to 1 atmospheric pressure. So, ibig sabihin, naka-pounds per square inch na to. Ayan. So, burahin na lang natin to. Yeah. So, for the water, we just follow the rule or the pattern here. So, 0.85 na ito is your SG. So, the SG of water is 1.0. So, of course, that was equivalent again to 62.4 or is dito. So, ang height niya is, kung ito ay 32, ang height niya is 26. So, divide natin ulit sa 1728 plus, again, ang SG niya is 13.45 for the mercury. 62.4 again. Kasi sundan lang natin yung pattern. Kaya ako nga ginawa yung solo rito para hindi na tayo mag-isa-isang conversion dito. And the height of the mercury is 18 inches. So, divided by 1728. So, ayan. Makukuha na natin yung answer. Ayan. So, each of any one of the pressure there ng fluid is in the unit of pounds per square inch na or PSI. So, ayan. Isa-isay na lang natin. 14.7 plus 0.825 times 62.4 times 32 divided by 1728. Okay, plus 1.0 times 62.4 times 26 divided by 1728 plus 13.45 times 62.4 times 18 divided by 1728. So the answer is 25.33 PSI. Absolute. Yun, the final answer is 25.33 PSI ang pressure nung base nung column. Okay, so ibig sabihin, out of this figure or out of this assembly of composite fluid column, the maximum pressure is at the bottom, of course. So that is 25.33 psi. So burahin ko na to, guys. So rinig na rinig yung pambura, no? Yeah, para lang tayo nagbubura sa classroom. Okay. So next is letter B. Sabi, determine the pressure at the oil and water interface. So anong ibig sabihin nga? So kung ito yung oil, ito rin yung water, so the interface is of course the between them. Yeah. So ibig sabihin, in order for us to get the pressure, meaning at the oil-water interface, ang kukunin lang natin pressure is pressure ng air plus pressure ng oil. Para lang din the same sa pressure ng base ng column kanina. Siyempre, kung ano yung nasa ibabaw niya, that was the summation. At kung ito yung kukunin natin, sabihin natin siyang point B. Ibig sabihin, kung ano lang din yung pressure na nasa ibabaw niya. And the pressure na nasa ibabaw ng oil-water interface is just the pressure of pressure ng air plus pressure ng oil. Okay. So, ibig sabihin, it is equal to pressure at the oil-water interface is equal to 14.7 psi para sa atmospheric pressure kasi air to plus PO. Ibig sabihin, we may use yung kaninang gamit dito. If we're talking the oil-water interface, so that was only the pressure of air and the pressure of oil. Ibig sabihin, pwede nating kopyahin yung ginamit nating pressure kanina dito. So that was pressure of air, that was 14.7 psi for atmospheric pressure, plus pressure ng oil. So gayahin lang natin to. So that was 0.825 times 62.4 times 32 divided by 1728. And we all know, no, na walang tingin-tingin, we all know that this term is on pounds per square inch. So that was the importance nung ginawa kong pagbukod kanina nung isang term kanina dito para lahat ito ay may susundan ng pattern. So that was helpful for the letter B kasi without looking or without analyzing each unit, alam natin that that was pounds per square inch. So that was 14.7 plus 0.825 times 62.4 times 32 divided by 1728. So that was 15.65 psia. So tama ba ang value? So tama yan because it is lower than the pressure at the base of the column. Tandaan, ang sabi ko kanina, yung base of the column has the maximum pressure kasi sa kanya dumagan lahat ng fluid. And we just only talking for the letter B and that is the oil-water interface. So ibig sabihin, ayan siya. Meaning, yun lang yung pressure ng air plus pressure ng oil. Okay, so that was 15.65 psi. A. So, tekta tayo sa letter C. Sabi at the water-mercury interface. So, water-mercury. At saan ba yung water-mercury? So, this is the water and the mercury. So, interface meaning gitna. So, let us say that this is point C. Ibig sabihin that the pressure at the point C is equal to kung ano yung mga fluid na or the pressure na nakadagan sa kanya. So, ang nakadagan lang sa point C is yung pressure ng air, of course, yung pressure ng oil, of course, and of course, pressure nung water. Ayan. So, hindi na involved si mercury dito. And we all know that the pressure in air plus pressure ng oil is the oil-water interface pressure, which is 15.65 psi here. So we are going to get na lang yung pressure ng water. And we all know that the pressure ng water here ay ito yon. Pressure ng water, ito naman yung pressure ng oil. So without knowing, again, or without detailed analysis here, we all know that this term is in pounds per square inch. So that will become 1.01 na lang. times 62.4 times 26 divided by 1728. And expect, guys, that this is again lower than 25.33 but is greater than 15.65 kasi 15.65 na tong first two terms here at nagdagdag pa tayo ng value for the pressure ng water. So wag mo nang burahin yung 15.65 kanina plus 1.0 times 62.4 times 26 divided by 1728. So the answer is 16.59 PSI. Ang kulit nung ay ano. Yan. And guys, in order for us to check if this is correct, kailangan i-plus mo lang itong term na ito. Yan. At kapag nag-equal dito sa 25.33, so our answer is correct. So wag mo na burahin yung 16.59 plus 13.45 times 62.4 times 18 divided by 1728. So the answer is 25.33 PSI, meaning all of the choice or all of the letters here are correct answers. So the answer in the letter C is 16.59 PSI. So ayun lang guys, I hope natuto kayo, no, at nakakuha ng mga simpleng technique pero nakakatulong. So medyo mahaba yung ibang videos natin kasi may mga times na inuulit-ulit ko yung sinasabi ko kasi lahat yon ay worth repeating. No, naniniwala ba kayo na yung mga inuulit na bagay ay worth repeating kasi nga mahalaga. Okay, syempre ano yan sa boses ko, no? Kapagod, pero para sa akin, if it is helpful, then I will do it. And ayun, kita-kits sa next video for the question number 4, still under the pressure topic. Okay, see you guys. Thank you sa pakinig and God bless. See you on the next video. Bye.